This is my late ASF review of Expedition 33. Now, I know this isn't a very old game, but um, it was probably about a year ago it came out, somewhere around that time. Um, Expedition 33 and I played it on PS5. So, um, I just recently finished a game on stream. Of course, you could always watch the whole stream on my YouTube channel, or of course follow me on Twitch and watch stuff live. Um, this was an RPG that I was looking really forward to, honestly, and it's a game that I'm like, oh, I've been wanting to play this as soon as I heard about it. Like, it's um, turn-based RPG, as if you're new here or not, whatever. But I enjoy turn-based RPGs just as much as non-turn-based RPGs that are more action or um, other mechanics that are like RPG, but they're like open world games. I enjoy. I really play like a lot of RPGs. Is my favorite genre, right? And this is a game that I was like really looking forward to play. And okay, so I'll talk about my experience with the game, and um, of course give it an overall rating of what I feel the game is. Now, the for me, the cinematics for this game was really cool looking, and it had like a certain kind of vibe to it, really. And those cutscenes like were pretty cool, even though for vast majority of this game I had no idea what this story was really about. And I watched and not skipped most of the cutscenes. As if you're playing an RPG, like for the first time, don't skip the cutscenes. But towards the end of the game, I did skip some cutscenes, and I will get into why I skip some cutscenes. Um, but and then the cinematics overall though were really good. Oh, majority of the time, I think this game has a really artsy aesthetic to it that you just don't see in many games, and I think that was pretty unique to Expedition 33. Um, I also really enjoyed the music in this game a lot. The music was pretty banging throughout the game. It had really it grabs you in certain areas that are like, man, this is really awesome actually, and and the music while you're in battle was really good too. I never got tired of it or like, oh my god, I'd turn this down or turn it off. I generally enjoyed, and I think I spent 30 hours in total on Clair Expedition 33. Um, yeah, about 30 hours I think overall for the whole game. And I didn't go super in depth. I played on normal. I didn't play on easy. I just played on whatever normal regular, as I do with many games. It's just like whatever normal mode is, or regular standard mode, whatever. And let me tell you, the first, I would say at least Act 1 was pretty well done. Um, and I like the mechanics of the game. This game does, if you're not haven't seen any gameplay, once again, go check it out. But the parry system and dodging and jump mechanics while like you're waiting for your turn to take place, I thought that's kind of interesting. I like that a bit. But then Act 1, that was fine, right? And then Act 2 came along, and this is where I think some of the here's the part people probably not gonna like my opinion on this game anyways, because I don't think this game is a great game. I don't think it's a masterpiece. I don't think it's uh, top 10, top 20 RPGs ever made. I don't. I think it's okay. Um, but I didn't like the parry system in the second half of the game. It felt like, okay, at a certain point, all you do is parry, attack, and the the elements of you leveling up and like putting points towards your strength for your health or vitality or endurance and um, all that really didn't seem to matter much. And that was something that was like, wow, this game is cool and everything, but then it's like, why with RPG elements, and then you have a game where it's just like almost like a Elden Ring, where it's just like if you know how to parry really well, that's it. That's the game. And like if you miss a parry, right? You miss a parry. A lot of the times, that's the end of the fight. And it always seemed to like, well, what the hell, you know? Uh, it doesn't matter about stats. It doesn't matter about what your weapon is necessarily that much. It's all um about parry system at a certain point in the game. And then like I missed a fight. Whether I looked it up like after I've beaten the game, and like because I didn't attack one of the people. I forgot the name of some of the bosses and stuff, but because like they give you an option to attack him, or you're like it gives you an option that says, or you could just leave him alone. I left him alone. Whether I know the next boss, you needed to beat that boss to gain ability, or they call them pictos, and you need that ability for like so that your characters don't get charm. And the next boss casts his charm every 10 seconds, and that makes it so that like you basically can't do anything. And there's super frustrating fights because I didn't realize you had to go, like I missed that one boss, so therefore this boss, that wasn't even really a boss, but I missed that. I didn't fight that one, so therefore the next one was damn near impossible, and it took several hours. If you have to hit R1 perfectly to parry these attacks, right? And then you have to do it multiple times for a 20 to 30 minute fight. That to me is not a fun, like, oh my god, this is so great to just die, repeat, die, repeat, die, repeat, because you're off by half of a second. You're off by a quarter of a second. One time in a 25-30 minute fight. Um, to me, those mechanics were awful. And I was like, there's no way. I was like, man, that was a hard fight. I'm still gonna play the game, and you're getting through it, and it's like, kind of like, yeah, Act 2, Act 3. It's you need to be perfectly parrying everything, and a lot of times dodge isn't even worth it. Like I don't even remember using dodge. Like it's a button there that you can dodge, but very rarely did I ever dodge, because you always want to try to parry, because then you get attack damage if you get the parry correct. So it's like they reward you for that parry, but then also a lot of times if you miss a parry, that's it. You lost the fight. You missed one parry. Maybe two. But a lot of times you miss one parry, even regular fights you come across, it's like you're dead. You didn't press R1 at the exact time for a character or that was attacking you that you don't know the attack pattern, and you missed it. There you go. Squad wipe. Restart, do it again. And I think that was like vast majority of this game was that, because then in between like the fights and stuff, and you're leveling up, and you're like, okay, one, I didn't know for the longest that you could even upgrade your weapons. Really, the game does not explain like upgrades and how the picto system works and abilities, and like you kind of get to know how that stuff kind of works a little bit, but like if you don't go out of your way for all the good pictos, that like is a lot of the side content or a lot of stuff that I didn't end up doing, or I was going through like kind of dungeons but they're like areas, and um and those things were like, you know, like you kind of don't know about those, and until like you kind of learn about the game and how the game plays and everything. But then it's just, to me, that system of like you have the abilities and each character has different upgrade paths of what their abilities can be. That's a cool concept and everything, but you're like, you're not gonna branch off really and, oh, I'm gonna learn some of this abilities, I'm gonna learn some of these. It's like you have to just like, I'm only doing these abilities for this character, I'm only doing these abilities for this character. I don't know if that's by design and you're supposed to keep replaying and you're like different builds for different characters. I didn't end up using like the second squad of people at all, really. I was like, had no interest in those characters. And then like, I'm not gonna say like certain things occur and happen and it's just, I didn't, I wasn't into it at all. Like at a certain point, leveling up your character and you put too much into whatever skill, and then you're like, I need to they have to you could respect when you find these items, and you have to respect if you're gonna finish the game. It's like at towards the end of the game, you have to have like your characters need to be like peak this, and I feel like you have to have at least 2,500 health towards the end, and that was the thing. Um, I wasn't enjoying this game like I thought I was enjoying it, or like was gonna enjoy it. That I played through the whole game. I don't, and I did skip the last few cutscenes because I just wanted to finish this game because the last few fights of this game are complete utter bullshit. Um, there's no other way to put it. It's not like, oh, it's because you're not good, you're not skilled. It's no, 20 minutes into this fight, I missed half of a button press and my squad's wiped because of it. And you got to fight for another 20, 25, 30 minutes. Fight that they have second phases. Of course they do. And all the second phases, if you die, repeat that you got to go back and start the whole first phase into the second cutscene, into the second phase, and then like some character, it's just, this game was annoying, irritating, and just, maybe it's because like I didn't venture off too much and go to every little secret area and get all the best pictos and get, and but I was upgrading my characters, I was grinding fights, I was trying to be a part of like get the perfect, okay, this is the weapon, I'm gonna upgrade the weapon all the way, I'm gonna do all the abilities on this character and skills and make sure that all their pictos are great, that they're doing the double attacks, all this shit, right? And then you'd be like, you could still lose over and over and over. And to me, that's just not fun. Um, that, and it's like, I don't know what's going, I have no idea what's going on in the story. Maybe I was fighting this boss for 2 hours. I have no idea what this story is actually about in Expedition 33. I don't have a clue. And I did watch all the cutscenes of Act 1 and Act 2, and I don't have a clue. I have no idea what this game's about. Like, I was paying attention, but like I don't feel like there was organic storytelling in this game. And if you got to go out of your way to try to get more lore of understanding what the hell's going on in this game, um, it just wasn't. And this game just wasn't for me. And I love RPGs. I like turn-based games, and I think the mechanics could be fun, but then at a certain point, the jump don't really matter. The dodge don't really matter. The weapons that you have don't matter that much. The only thing that matters is parry. And if you can't parry and you don't do the perfect parries, you can't beat this game. You can't complete this game without a perfect on time parry every single fight throughout the entire game, especially the second half of the game. It's parry or die. That's all this game is. The music is straight, but like the story, I like I said, I have no idea what the game's about. Like maybe that's my fault, and I didn't my 30-hour gameplay of going through the whole game. Maybe it's my fault. I didn't try to go and seek out more information about this character or that character. Some of the camp interactions I did do. Some of the stuff I went and tried to like. Okay, I think I did a little bit of side content, not much, but I did all the main story for sure. Um, I don't know what it's about. Maybe you could tell me. But to me, this game was like overhyped, and like it won all these awards and stuff. And I'm just like, I played it. I'm like, why? Um, like it. I give it this. It wasn't a $70 game. It wasn't a $70 game, and that I guess that's something. It was like I think it was like $45 or something, 47 or something like that. It was less than 50, and I guess if you put that into the equation, like okay, it wasn't a full price AAA like $70-$80 game or whatever, but it's still for me. I didn't like it that much. My overall score of it is a 6 out of 10. And tell you the main reasons why is story I feel is like convoluted, even the parts that I kind of understood convoluted, and I didn't really feel anything with it like passionate or like man I really care about this character, except one character towards the end of Act 1 to Act 2. That one I'm not gonna spoil, but that one character was like okay, that was a hard hitting moment, I'll give it that. And the music was cool. The combat was like I said, the first half it was cool, but then like the second half it's parry or die. That's it. That's all the whole game. It doesn't matter what your abilities are, what characters you're using. It doesn't really necessarily matter that much. It's just like as long as you parry, you could beat it. Uh, and then like I didn't think the Picto system wasn't really explained that well. The weapon upgrades not explained that great. Um, yeah, I think this game had some stuff going for it, but like it had like that Nino Kuni like overworld feel when you're out like out in the open world. And the open world was kind of weird too. And then like you get one ability like right towards the end that was like okay, now you could go everywhere, but then it's like I just want to finish this game. I don't give a shit. Um because I got to a point with this game where like I don't even give a hell what the story's trying to say or trying to do, because at this point the gameplay is so fucking frustrating. It's so irritating, and you're going if you play this, you're gonna fight bosses 20, 30 plus times, and you're gonna die often, over and over. Maybe I just suck, right? Maybe I just suck and I'm bad at parrying, and which I'm not great at, right? I've played Elden Ring. I'm not great at parrying at all. Um, but it should be at least like okay and decent, where it's like the whole game. I feel like the magic of like you're having ice against fire, or fire or lightning against this or this element. There is none of that. It doesn't matter in this game. Elements don't matter. Your abilities on most characters don't matter that much as long as you go through and you upgrade one path and you don't do any other paths for that character. That character is decent because you're just doing the same moves over and over. I mean, that's a lot of RPGs, sure, but like I don't think there was that much variety in it or a reason to be like, okay, I'm gonna have him do all ice moves. Like it doesn't matter because it's not like you're just like, oh, there's gonna be a fire character, and the ice really is the super weakness to that. It's not like that in this game at all. It's like it's parry. You need to parry. That's it. Parry, you'll win. But like if you miss parry, you're gonna die. And then at a certain point in this game, I think at like the 17-hour mark for me and beyond, it's like that's all the game was parry, die, repeat, parry, die, repeat, and trying to like max out your attack if you can and your health. And yeah, like I said, 6 out of 10 for me. Um, and I'm never gonna play it again in my life, ever. I don't think the replayability for me at least there is none. I would never want to go through and play this game because it was torture for me. Like, and like I said, I really like RPGs, and I like good storytelling, and I like good game mechanics that make you feel good, and like it makes you feel like, yeah, I accomplished this. It doesn't need to be super easy. It doesn't need to be easy. It could be hard, but like variety of hard, not just like, hey, I don't have this ability because I missed this character. That was an optional character. So this fight took me 3 hours because there's a move that the boss does that just makes your character not be able to do anything, or you can't heal all of a sudden, or it takes abilities away, or whatever, right? Or you, it's just so many things with this game that like I really didn't like, and honestly can't tell you what the game was about. Besides that, the mechanics are parry or die at a certain point. Maybe I suck at the game. Maybe I didn't see it for all its glory. Maybe I didn't I haven't praised it enough because I for some reason this game is super overhyped and super praised by the mass. And I don't know if they like haven't played other RPGs in the last 10, 15 years. Um but there's other RPGs that are turn based that are like pretty awesome that I liked a lot more than this game, and maybe other people didn't. But hey, this is my opinion on Expedition 33. Um, would I replay it? No. Do I think you should try to play it? If you're really into like, hey, the parry system is the best system any games, and that's my go-to. Go ahead, enjoy it. Maybe other people in the comments or something could tell me what the game was actually about, and maybe why, or what I missed, or what to me is something like, what did I miss about this game? What did I fuck up? What did I like? Hey, I should have did this, or maybe I should have did more side quests, or maybe I played with the wrong characters for too long, and should have played with more the other characters. I really don't. Maybe I'm missing something about this game. I really wanted to like it, but I don't. I'm not a fan of it. Um, and I think it's just like, it's okay. It's an okay game. It's not a bad game. It's not a terrible game, but to me, it's okay. It's not great. It's not, oh my god, amazing. It's not groundbreaking new. I don't think so. So, anyways, it's my late ASF review of Expedition 33. Thank you for checking out.